Hi, and welcome to SAS TV. My name is Belinda Bass, and if you get a chance, go and find my Inconsistencies Part 1, and that's when we broke down stable stress. We worked with motor skills. We worked, okay, no. This is for more stable mind, more balance with Libras, more balance and less stress for you. So let's go ahead and review the things that we were talking about. If you get a chance, if you have your pen and paper and your notes ready, go ahead and take them holes out. I know I cuss too much with all well. So we talked about communication. We talked about moodiness. We talked about the process of starting and stopping. We talked about some of the things under communication, being able. This is what I put under being able. You're being able to communicate. You are in control of your moodiness. You are in control of your start and stop situations. And you are in control of these things that I call impulsive eating, impulsive shopping, impulsive paycheck spending. Another thing that falls under communication is impatience, being timid, eagerness. Okay, and then that's the communication box. Okay, and then we went under temper. And this is being still in the being able. If you have your pen and paper, please get it out. You're going to need this stuff. I'm giving you what I got. For free, I charge for this stuff. It's for free. Ain't nobody be trying to hear nothing no more. So that's what's going on with this. So let's go ahead and talk about the being able. And this is also under the communication box. It's going to be your temperament, fairness. That's under the air sign. That's anybody's sign to see wrong. I don't know, honey. Communication, the control factor, being bold, talkative, persistent, having strength. That's all of the things that comes under speech. Your communication, how you communicate, when you communicate. Do you communicate with a bad attitude? Do you cuss them out and walk off, or do you start the conversation? And with being moody, impulsive, and used to being maybe not understood, you stop the conversation. Then you may go out of moodiness under communication. This is being able. You get that impulsive. You may go eat. You usually eat one piece of chicken, but you go eat a whole box. I'm just saying. And there comes that shopping. Okay, you next. I was calling you out. After this inconsistencies, we're gonna do yours. Okay. I don't know if I sent this to you. Hopefully you wrote it down. If you didn't, I'm gonna send it to you. Okay, because you need to have that copy so you can have, unless you got your own pen and paper, dollar store. So this is what's going on under motor skills. Motor skills are moving actions that's being taken. Impulsiveness still in the box of start and stop with me. With me, it's still under start and stop. We just reviewing the last session. Under motor skills, moving too fast. It's under impatience, being impulsive. Your delivery, your approach, talking too fast because you think people may not understand. Okay. This is part 2 of the inconsistencies class. We already did the part 1. This is the part 2. We just reviewing some of the stuff, and then we're going to pick up. Because we have some stuff here that hasn't been touched. Now, what we're going to be touching today is emotional. We're going to be talking about emotions, emotional. And in the emotional, I put restless energy. And I also put counter reaction endings. Okay? As a result of non-response, as a result of start, pause. Okay, I'll send it to you. You haven't been taking none of the notes of the stuff I did in your readings. Well, you have it by video so you can watch. Okay. Usually I don't let people know who I read for, so it's too late now. But so that's what's going to come on. So let's review this, and then we're going to get into the emotional restless energy endings. This is an inconsistency chart. This is the chart. Okay, good. I'm reading the right one. Thank God. Now, the motor skills is under the impatience. Impatience, your delivery, and your approach. Yeah, and your approach. Now, with this chart right here, I'm almost done with the decision. with this chart right here, mainly if you have a pen and paper, I want you to write down motor skills. At the top of the corner, I want you to put being able. If you took the notes on the last class, you should be picking up with me. We have the motor skills, and I want you to put a line, and I want you to write in there too fast, a slash, impatience, delivery, and your approach. And then I want you to put a little dot there, and I want you to put mental. I want you to put mental, and then I want you to put another dot, and I want you to put thinking. And I want you here to put almost like a it's with that with the motor skills is in order for that to move like that. I'm trying to think, what is this other word I'm thinking of? So we have the mental, I got that, we got the thinking, and then under the third dot next to it, you want to put I want to do something, say something creative so you can understand what I'm saying. Reactions. This got to be okay, and that's it for that one. And then I want you to leave a space because we're going to write down what that has to do with your movement. Now, when just say you're dealing with people, let's just say people. Air signs are very mental. You know, they think before they move, and they always got a plan B. That I'm just saying. So with that mental, you want to try to be you know what? Next to mental, I want you to put parentheses, open-minded. You are open-minded, but you still kind of put yourself in a box. You are open-minded, but you're open-minded in a box, which cuts off the communication. Okay? Not understanding other people, almost living in your own world. Nothing's wrong with that. And when I want to put thinking, I want you to put fast movement. Fast movement, because sometimes you think of stuff and you jump on it right there. Fast thinking. And then I want you to put reaction. I want you to put zero, because usually zero is out. You don't get nothing out of that. Okay, so this is under your movement. How you move. How you move with your communication. How you move with your communication is you are open-minded, but you know you're in a box sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with it. You are open, but you can be open-minded in a box, which could cause the start and stop. Communication stop. With the thinking, the fast thinking, overthinking. Okay, is it this way? Is it that way? So that's that indecisive. That's that mind running. That's mental too. That's in that mind, that fast thinking. And that brings up that impatientness. It brings up that timidness. It brings in that eagerness, because you think of so many things. You done fooled yourself into fear. So that's where that fast, and that's how that crisscrosses with your communication. Your reaction to all this will be a big fat zero, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to do that with every single thing because it works for you. Non-decision works for you, which is cool. But with your reaction, what's making the issue and what's bringing in the pressure and what's making your fear come out is the impatientness, the timidness, the overthinking. I'm always doing stuff this kind of way. That's that open-mindedness in a box. Okay? So that's how you cross those two things. And these are the two, those communication box and the motor skills box and the delivery approach and the impatience delivery approach. Those are together. Because fear, fast thinking, is what brings out the impulsiveness, overeating, spending, talking shit, impatient bullying. Okay? You may get your paycheck and just spend the whole damn thing and don't even realize you done fucked up to the next day. Overthinking. Temporary gain, motor, that's movement. That's movement. Your mind don't know how to cope with what you're thinking, so you push back out of fear, and then you direct the energy into something that you can control, that you love to do. What you should do is just write it down and figure it out, how it's going to work, so you do not overspend. Oh, girl, because we can do some shopping, okay? No, the air signs can do some shopping. Y'all like nice things. So this communication is gonna equals to the motor skills. Okay. Then we get to we want to get to your delivery. And your delivery is under fear because it's going to stop the impatience and the timidness and the eagerness. Unable to move, unable to cope. You know, people say you're unable to cope, unable to move. Unable to move. It's fear, it's fear, it's fear. Stable is stress. Stable is stress. That's exactly what is stable is stress. So, so we worked on your delivery. We worked on your delivery. Your delivery, your counter reaction to delivery is your communication. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Your motor skills is a counter reactor to the communication. Same thing. Delivery, motor skills, communication. It equals to the communication. That's where it starts. Because the communication activates the motor skills, which make the delivery great. Or you can deliver, not move, and shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody doing that. So we're going to go communication, motor skills, and your delivery. Being able to cope with your feelings. Same thing as a reaction. Same words, same words, same words. It's how you think that brings that outcome, not a delivery, an outcome. Because in your knowing, the counter reaction to walking away is cope. You're going to have to learn how to orchestrate the word cope. Because you know labels ain't putting no shit. At some point, you're going to have to cope. And I want you to write down cope under delivery and knowing when to walk away. I want you to write around COPE. I want you to write that down. I want you to write down cope. And I want you to put it equals, and I want you to put strengthening, or just strength, whatever does it. That's all I want you to put in this box, because that's all coping does. You know how people get you to cope with drug habits. Getting you to, all they doing is strengthening your mind and bringing up your confidence. They ain't stopped no damn drugs. They just done counter-reacted with something that your mind can tick to, so it can lay dormant to the addiction. So these are the two other things I want to work on with you guys, is your restless energy. Rest, right, emotional. Put a line. Restless energy. I want you to put down that restless energy. Now, in your restless energy box, I don't know about you, what keeps you up at night? Well, ultimately, stress. That's it. Your restless energy comes from stress. Not being able to cope with your feelings. Mental. It's mental. Open-minded. You're not. You may think you are air sign. You are open-minded. You're open to everybody, but to an extent. Okay, KK. You're open-minded and you live in your own box. You have your own set of rules. Air signs have their own set of rules. They have things they live by. They have a routine. They know their routine. If it get off, there's a reaction and a moodiness and a start and stop and you know what? Next, I want you to put a next up and put Miss Perfect. Because you know they say you can come out perfect, honey. You think you perfect. You think you know everything. Just because you know you do don't mean nothing. But this is what I just told you to put. And then I want you to put Miss Perfect there. And because the Miss Perfect comes from the open-mindedness. This know-it-all type of thing. Ain't nothing wrong with it. This know-it-all. Under that cope, I want you to put intelligence. How about that one? I want you to put intelligence. If you want to put high intelligence, by all means. And you can put a peace sign next to it if you want to. I don't care. So I want you to put intelligence. And intelligence comes under your reactions. Oh, because you can fly over their head when you want to. So we have to put these things together so we can form one balance. We have your restless energy. We have how you come off through your communication. And your reaction is start and stop. The moodiness can often cause restless energy. It brings in a lot of stress, which can also bring in impulsiveness, impulsive eating, impulsive shopping, impulsive sex, impulsive smoking, impulsive drinking, anything that can numb the pain, restless energy. See, this is some things that you put in the back of your mind. You put a lot of stuff in the back of your mind and you don't like to deal with stuff. You don't like to be, and a lot of air signs don't like to be confronted. And they tend to put a lot of stuff back there. And they tend to pull out these excuses too. And when they pull out them excuses, that means I got the face, but I ain't trying to see it. I want you to put under the restless energy, avoidance. Avoidance. Okay? I think that'll be it for that. We're going to still be adding stuff. That's going to be it for that because we're going to continue as we go to add more things to this. This is the stablest stress chart. It's inconsistencies. It's for anybody, not just air signs. I know a lot of air signs come over here, but this is for anybody. So we want to talk about your emotional endings, and then we're going to put in some things down here. This is what I'm supposed to have been doing. Oh, this is some of the chart. Oh, these are the shows I'm supposed to have been doing. Okay, I did this one. I did this one. I did this one. I haven't did Bad Girls on the Saturday. Thank you, Belen. Okay, and this is part of the Ascension charts. Okay. Okay, we haven't did the body positive, and this is the Ascension chart. Okay, so we want to talk about how you end stuff, how you will stop stuff, how are your endings? Are your endings reversible? I want you to put emotional / endings and put reversible. I want you to put reversible there. Nosy. Hold on for a minute. I want you to put reversible there. And when I want you to put in reversible, now I'm going to tell you this. I can't stop. I cannot stop your cold-heartedness. Anybody's. You cannot. People have a reason why they are cold. People have a reason why they cut people out. People have a reason why they just stop. Next to that, under this emotional endings, and I want you to put the dot and put reversible. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want you to put a cup of ice. Because you serve that. A lot of people serve them cups of ice. What causes you to be cold? What causes you to just cut people out? Cut them off. What causes you to do that? What causes, anybody got anything to say? What will cause you to be cold? You can put whatever you want right there. Put it in parentheses. It's your own personal thing. What causes you to be cold to people? Is it because of things that they have done? Have they imbalanced you? Have they lied to you? Because that's not enough. It has to be an accumulation of things. See, the cutoff is your way of showing, right? Your expectations and dissatisfactions, right, right. And see, and that also comes under communication, because you're right. It comes under communication. And that's just your way of communicating. That's how you communicate an emotional ending. That's how you communicate. And I'm not going to try to stop that. I'm not going to try to talk about that because I do it too. Okay? Everybody get fed up. Everybody moves on. Everybody get to a point to where they have not said, they can't say another thing. Sometimes you just get to a point and you didn't even realize you dropped it. You didn't even realize you dropped them off at the bus stop. Because you know with an air sign, and I'm gonna talk air signs because this is for everybody. You know you will cut them off and forget them forever. You would never go back. You would never go back and speak to them. You would never go back and communicate with them. But I'm gonna be positive. That is, I can't believe I'm saying this, but that is not the way to always deal with stuff. I can't believe I said that shit. It is all. It's not always the way to deal with stuff. Right? Yeah, I understand. It's just air signs really not good communicators. We don't. We show you better than we can tell you. I know that for a fact. But with that, that's still under communication. Because sometimes, hey, sometimes with this chart, you don't say nothing. You your own best kept secret, air sign. You will hold a secret for 100 years, but let them piss you off. It's all on the blackboard. Impulsiveness, impulsiveness, impulsiveness. That's that moodiness. That's that moodiness coming in. And one thing I will put in here is a fucking temper. Under this emotional, and that temper is so telling you. You may just blab it out without even trying to say it. That's what I'm talking about. You have to work on conditioning, and coping. That coping will strengthen your intelligence. Even you're already super intelligent anyway. Everybody is, but the coping will strengthen that intelligence. What will make you think almost double before you say something. But if they try you, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if they try you. I don't know what to tell you. I ain't got no words for you. Because next to temper, put hands. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Think it's a game. I'm sorry. I have to go ahead and put that in there. Hands. You may get that. You may get that. But see, all of those things come under the communication. You have to learn how to communicate. Even myself, too. I ain't throwing nobody on the bus. All of this come under how you communicate. It's not even half. You see what I'm saying? There's so many different things that can make you almost choke an air sign to saying things they're not gonna do it. You will not try to tell one what to do. This whole chart get cut up. This will go in the trash. Try it. Try to tell. It's not that they have a problem with authority. They don't like to be told what to do because they're independent and won't work. You see what I'm saying? That open-mindedness, but you really live in a box. Like that type of situation. That's where that authority figure stuff. This is the way I do stuff. You don't tell me what to do. It could be smoother. But depending on how fast you're going, what they're talking about, somebody could get cut that day. I'm just saying, depending on, because you can be real moody, and you can make somebody think you good and evil at the same time because you're fair-minded. You think all the time. You could be evil to somebody and come back and be sweet as pie and turn around and knock their ass down. That's that moodiness. That's that balance beam. You can't do. Don't even try to change that. Try to strengthen it. Try to cope just a little bit. Try to cope just a little bit. I'm telling y'all this, but I ain't gonna do it. Try to, because people try you too much. Try to use that cope. It's not cope. It's strengthening your intelligence. That's what cope means in this chart. Kiki, I'm not playing. Cope is strengthening your intelligence. So you have to work on that. I will work on that. I will work on the start and stop, which we've already talked about that. The impulsive speeding. See, you got the temper down. You got that. You have the fairness down. That's under communication. Everybody loves an air sign. And the control factor comes in the inconsistencies and the reversible cutting people off. That's where that comes in. That's control. That's total control then. You do me like that, slip and slide by. That's controlling. But it is your way of, it's your communication. And it's not bad, but it could be a little bit lighter. It's just how you are. You just don't play no games when it comes down to justice. I can't stop that. But we can work on the coping. We can work on hands can be cut out. The avoidance can be worked on. Your reactions to uh, fast thinking and impulsive moving and impulsive choices. Impulsive. On a second. Oh, this didn't happen. Oh, I'm finna buy me something. Oh, this didn't happen. I'm gonna stop and get a drink. Oh, this didn't happen. I'm about to stop and get a cigarette. Oh, this didn't. Impulsive. Cope equals strengthening your intelligence. Just cope if you can. You like to put a lot of stuff in the back of your mind. If it comes here, you're doing that. Cope. And that's very good. So this was the well, it was 25 minutes. It's not going to move on. I got to go to bed. So this is the stabilist stress chart, and I call it inconsistencies chart. It could be any one of them. You don't have to worry about being talkative. You ain't gonna problem being bold. Let them piss you off. You will go on the Showtime of Apollo and cuss everybody out and wouldn't give a damn if Sandman came and kicked you off. Anyway, you be kicking his ass out. It's just that temper. And you just see red. And I don't know what you may do. I don't know what you might do. You could say anything. You could pop up on anybody. You may cuss everybody out in a room. I've seen it done. Hell, I've done it. So that's what we're going to be working with now. So we're going to be working with. So this is what we got going on. This is a part of the inconsistencies. I'm using air sign, but this is for everybody. Your delivery, knowing when to walk away. That's the avoidance. Cutting off. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'll just move on, bitch. Basically. It's good. But you may be with somebody 2 years and be sitting there thinking, I want to move on. Be in love and everything. I've seen people do. I've seen air signs do it and people do it. You could be in love with somebody. You could be in a good relationship. It's just how you are. And that's why a lot of people say that the air signs are players. Because we like this. Whenever we decide to make our decisions, we do it and we don't give them. That's that moodiness, start and stop. I'm sure air signs have hurt a lot of people. Everybody's hurt somebody at least twice, okay? Some of y'all 150, but we ain't talking about that. I'm just saying. You could be in a relationship for 2 years, happy, and everything's going good, and you just may get up out the bed and be like, I'm over this, and just walk out the door. You don't even know where the hell you going, and you don't give a damn about losing. You just decided you done dead. I've had my fun. I've did this. Bye. That's their independence. But it's not stabilized. So all your other choices is activating this impulsiveness because you shouldn't be leaving the relationship. Or you just gonna get up one day and just walk off. It's been done. Just walking away from stuff, it's been done. Walking off of jobs, oh, it's been done. You just look around, I've had it today, bitch. Goodbye. And you will do it. Not even thinking about the consequences. Emotional endings. Be sitting under the windows tearing crying because you down to your last 500. But knowing your lucky ass, a job will be calling you in 2 to 3 days. Oh, I've seen it happen. So this is what's going to be coming in. We're going to be continue to work on these things. I look at these charts, even for me too. I always look at the hands. But anyway, this is it. This is all your fears. These are all your fears put on a piece of paper. And these are the things that's going to be perfected. I'm going to help you do them. We're going to perfect these things on our level. We're going to perfect it on our level. And these are your fears. This is it. This is your fears, and this is what's going to help them merge. This inconsistencies class is really going to help you find out. We just started. We have a long way to go. It ain't 2020 yet. This chart gonna be down the street when we get through with it. You have your whole life, not your whole life figured out. You have your mentality figured out. You will no longer be in control. You'll be more of a reactor to your truth. Do you understand what I'm saying? What you know to be true. The facts is on the paper. And these things will help you in the merge because all these things are going to pop up. How do you cope? How do you react? How do you end things? Why you got to be so cold? All these things are going to be whispering. And if we go ahead and start doing this before October, when they come in, how do you do this? Strengthen my intelligence. Why you cut them off cold as ice? Oh, I can reverse that and be better with my communication. Well, why you so moody? Because that's the way I react. You see what I'm saying? Finding out who you truly are, but using your fears to overcome these things here. Communication, motor skills, delivering when to walk away, emotional restless energy, emotional endings. This list gonna be all the way down there when I get through with it, and you'll be able to look at this and go back and say, okay, I'm gonna have this going on. I can do this to help strengthen this. This is just the beginning of, we're gonna do it with the third class too. This is the inconsistencies chart. These are the things, these are your fears. That's all it is. And I told you we was gonna go there. That was the name of my new season, but I didn't want to name it. I didn't want to make y'all think, oh, she gonna do something scary, which I could have. I wanted to change it. I wanted to do an inconsistency because fear is right here. I wrote fear down. It's a fear series. That's what I was gonna do. That was the name of the season, fear series. That's what I was gonna do. And it's still on here, and that's in mine. So this is all your fears. And we're gonna work on them. We're gonna break them down, and we're gonna make them work for you, and the rest we're gonna get paid off your head with it. We're going to push these fears down. We're going to help you. I'm going to help you cope with them. We're going to bring them back to the front, and everything else you'll be able to build a business off of. How about that one? That's what we're going to do. Everything has a counter reaction. We already have all the counter reactions here. Now, all we have to do is use them and use them fairly and recognize those patterns and recognize who you are. Recognize your attitude. Even me, my shit can be stank too. But at the end of the day, my heart is in the right place, but that don't always count. Your heart being in the right place don't always count. It only counts where it needs to count, but it has to count for each one of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to count 6 times. Lots of work to do here. Lots of work to do here. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And it's going to work. It looks beautiful already. So just make sure you have this chart up and you bring your pen and paper, because the ascension chart is going to be a eating pattern that I'm going to set you on that's going to help with this. It's going to be like it all comes together. It's going to be like every time you eat it, you're going to think it. Every time it's just going to push it out of you, which going to make you moody, which going to piss you off. But it's going to work. It's going to get that wheel turning, and it's gonna work for you, because I believe it. I believe it's gonna work for you. This is something positive. I'm just trying to help people get to the next level without having to fight for it. I'll be here with you. I've been here with you this long. I ain't going nowhere. Like I say, I ain't leaving till I get you over there, and these are the things I'm going to do to get you there. And you may see read and stop, because I feel like this is more important than that. We're going to keep the Libra alive, but the other stuff, I think that we may, do that as weekend fun stuff, but this is important. August is almost here. I got a month to break you down, and I can do it. I just got to double up. I got 1 month to break it down, because by October 31st, you need to be dancing over to Thanksgiving with a new man and a new look and a new you, and just, a little bit more wiser and a little bit more open for change, because sometimes ancestors ain't good with change. Sometimes they're very fearful. And people, sometimes people are fearful of change. And that's when your impulsiveness comes in, and we're trying to stop the impulsiveness so you can keep money in your pocket. That impulsiveness can have you spending your whole paycheck. Be a Walmart, sending over money to your damn self. So that's what's going on with that. God bless you. It's been 34 minutes. I think we did a good job. So I'm going to show this to you. This is it. This is the chart. I'm going to take a picture of it, and I'm going to put it on. I would like for you to color code this stuff, too. I would love for you to color code it. I want to color code it with this. So when I give you the eating chart, it's this color, and this color, and everything is going to go in. It's going to be a total whole lifespan, and it's free. So that's what we're going to do. God bless you. I can't wait to sit near you. This lady, the lady I did this chart for, come check it out. It's going to be next. It's going to be called, I don't know what the hell. It may be called The Hell. Matter of fact, the lady Evie is called The Hell, okay? God bless. Inconsistencies, thank you for joining me. God bless you. Thank you for giving me your time. This is the best I can do. I work all day. I have to be at work at 5 a.m. So, you know, I get up about 4, and then I come here and I help you guys for free, and I give you these things because I want the best for you. I want the best for you. God bless.